Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business,
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shamba Shape Up
Uganda!
Shamba Shape Up has been to many parts of the region. Uganda,
welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda! Kenya and Zambia.
Welcome
to Munda Makeover!
As we get into the new planting season, let's take a look at what we need to keep in mind before planting a new crop.
The heart of any shamba lies in its soil. Because soil is so precious, it needs to be managed really carefully. A good place to start is with a soil test.
What is a soil test?
A soil test refers to where we come to a garden, pick a soil sample, analyze it, know the nutrients that are in the soil, know the nutrients that are lacking for that specific crop we intend to grow.
Why do you think it is important to do a soil test?
If it's not giving you what you expect, then you need to find out what's the problem in the soil. What is in excess or what is in low, so that you can add or reduce.
When you do a soil test, we get a condition of your soil in terms of the nutrients available, the acidity, and also the organic matter in the soil. And the organic matter plays a big role when it comes to water retention in your soil. So a soil test will tell us whether your soil has enough organic matter, and therefore, if the organic matter levels are good, your soil will be able to hold enough water. So even if the rains don't come, or they come when in small amounts, your soil will be able to retain that little amount of moisture, and you'll be able to get something at the end of it all.
So Henry,
yes,
you want to do soil testing on this particular piece of land.
Yes.
How do you go about it?
We'll take the sample through zigzag method, then we can proceed to analyzing it.
To collect the soil samples, you will need a soil auger or panga and a bucket. Starting from the edge of the field, dig out a sample from at least 30 centimeters under the soil surface. Put in the bucket. Then, moving in a zigzag pattern across the field, dig out and collect 12 to 15 samples. Mix the samples thoroughly in the bucket. Then scoop a sample using the soil cup and start to analyze. Once this process is done, wait for 10 minutes and the results will be ready.
Remember, the soil test can also be done in the lab.
So, what can you tell us about the results?
Your soil has stated that it can support potatoes, it can support beans, it can support grains, and at the same time it can support vegetables. Then after that, to the soil fertility table, which has stated that your pH is good. It's slightly acidic because it has 6.38. The organic carbon you have put manure, and the total nitrogen in your farm is adequate. Total phosphorus is adequate. Potassium is high. With this soil fertility table, it can now generate a good report that tells you which kind of fertilizer to use to maintain your crop till growth.
The soil pH is affected by how we use our land. Soil erosion and excessive use of the wrong fertilizers may affect the fertility of your soil. So, according to the soil test, Mama's Shamba needs 50 kilograms of lime and 129 kilograms of well-decomposed manure. Then, at planting, she should add 50 kilograms of fertilizer that is rich in phosphorus, like NPK 23230, to help with root formation. Then, after 6 weeks, she will need to top dress with 17 kilograms of urea.
What are the advantages of doing a soil test?
If you do soil testing, you're sure of the nutrient status in the soil. You're sure the crop you're going to plant will give you good results at the end, because you know what to do throughout the season.
Okay.
Yes.
Make sense? Let's break it down.
So farmers, we need to understand that every time you plant, the plants use the nutrients in the soil to grow, and when you harvest, you take away those nutrients. With every planting season, more and more is gone, and this needs to be replaced if you want a good harvest. And different crops need different nutrients to grow well. These nutrients can be found in organic and commercial fertilizers. Doing a soil test will show you what nutrients your soil needs so you can avoid spending money on unnecessary fertilizers. It will also show you how much you need to put and when you should put, depending on the crop you are planting. A soil test will help you figure out which nutrients your soil lacks. There's another thing to consider, and that's soil pH. Soil pH tells you whether your soil is acidic or not. Different crops do well in different pH levels. For example, pH 1 to 4 is very acidic, and pH 10 to 14 is very alkaline. Farmers can run into trouble if they keep using the same fertilizer for a long time. It can make the soil too acidic, and when you try to grow crops like maize that require less acidity, they struggle to absorb the nutrients from the soil, and that can lead to crop failure. A soil test will show you clearly the pH of your soil and what you need to do depending on the crop you want to grow.
A soil test can also tell you what crops will do well in your farm.
You can find out about how to get your soil tested by contacting your extension officer. Alternatively, contact a Ministry of Agriculture research station near you. A soil test costs about as much as 1 bag of maize. You should do a soil test at least every 3 to 5 years.
To get more information, you can consult with Shamba by sending an SMS starting with the letters SSU to 6115, together with your name and location to find the best solution for your soil.
Our expert from Naro, Dr. Godfrey, recommended a soil test before planting vegetables in this banana plantation. Dorothy had done a soil test many years ago but hadn't had a detailed report. So, she was disappointed and not really interested initially. But once we brought in Ronita Kiza from Vidavalde and collected samples of the soil from her garden and analyzed it on the spot, I think we might be able to change her mind.
Well, we have some happy faces here.
Okay.
Madam Dorothy, you can see them there. They're happy. Yeah. So our potatoes will be happy here. Okay. Our beans will be happy. Our grains, maize will be happy. And vegetables will be happy. That includes cabbages, spinach, nakati. They'll all be happy.
Yes.
However, when we go into details of what we found in the soil, our pH is slightly acidic.
Okay.
So with that, for us to get the yield that we want from our vegetables, we shall have to add in a little bit of lime, so that we moderate the pH. Then the soil will hold it will hold the nutrients properly, it will hold the water properly, and everything will be happy now. You say this is an acre?
Yeah.
So if we put cabbages here, we want to expect 30,000 kilograms of cabbages, and that's a lot of money. Then if we put spinach here, we want to get like 10 tons of spinach, 10 tons of nakati, so that we are able to get the money. So with that, we shall have to add in agricultural lime for the pH, organic matter, still it works on the pH, it works on retaining the nutrients for the crop. Then that is before planting.
Yes.
So when we are planting, we shall have to add some little calcium nitrate in the soil. It won't be a lot because your soil has adequate organic matter. It has adequate nitrogen, which is very good. So you won't have to add in so much. From the results, if you want to grow vegetables, they will be happy in here with the soil.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Very good news.
Very good news.
You may as well add our compost manure. But that way it means you need about half a ton to be added. And the lime she talked about, you need only 3 bags of 50 kilos.
Most people should be doing the soil testing, but they think it is actually very expensive. Ronita, what do you have to say about that?
I'll give the price of the soil test and I'll give my opinion.
Okay.
So every soil sample that we do, every soil test, this is Ugandan shillings, don't US dollars, don't euros. It is just 75,000 shillings. So in my opinion, I don't think the soil test is expensive because imagine you bought your fertilizers without knowing how much to add. And then you end up buying more than what you actually need. So you're actually spending more money than how much you're supposed to spend. And also the yield, the return. If you maintain the plant population, you properly look after the crop, you'll find that the yield that you get is quite massive and it's worth it. It's really worth it.
So, Dorothy's plot is good for vegetables. She just needs to add 150 kilograms of agricultural lime, 500 kilograms of compost manure, and 370 kilograms of calcium nitrate, and she is good to go.
We put there a lot of money. When you are going to get there, nothing. So it's good for somebody to test the soil first and see what do you need in that soil exactly. So it was so nice to me and I was so much surprised. I didn't know that it was working like that.
See you after the break. Welcome back to Shamba Shaper. We are learning all about how to keep our soils healthy and well balanced, which will get us good harvests.
Crops use up nutrients from the soil when growing. Fertilizers are there to help return these nutrients to the soil. They support crops to grow bigger, faster, and produce more food. Crops need different types of fertilizers and nutrients at different stages of growth. For instance, phosphorus, P, helps with early root formation and growth. Nitrogen, N, helps leaf and stem growth. And potassium, K, helps fruits to form and mature. Do a soil test on your Shamba, as this will tell you what nutrients your soil has or is lacking, and it will advise on which fertilizer to use for the crops you want to grow. We have asked Frederick Mbala from Safi Organics to help Francis find out how to improve the health of his soil. So maybe you start us off by telling us the importance of fertilization in a plant.
Okay, fertilization is the additional of extra nutrients to the soil.
Is there any need to test the soil before applying the fertilizer?
Before a farmer comes to source for a fertilizer, he has to test his soil first.
It will tell you what nutrients your soil has and what nutrients your soil needs for the crop you're planting, plus how much fertilizer you should use. Using fertilizer without knowing the amount the soil needs means you can end up with too much fertilizer, which can harm the crops and the soil. Adding organic matter such as compost or manure will improve the soil's structure, allowing movement of air and water and better root growth, as well as providing a good environment for microorganisms to grow. What is NPK?
NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Those are the key nutrients that are needed by the plants. Nitrogen is essential for the plant growth, especially for the vegetative growth of the plant. Phosphorus helps the plants for the root developments. Potassium for the growth of the whole plant.
What are the basic principles that a farmer should know?
The 4R principles for a farmer is the right source of fertilizer, the right time to apply the fertilizer, the right rate to apply, and the right place to place the fertilizer.
The first of the 4 R's is the right source. Why is the source important?
The source is important because you have to see the composition of the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and also if your fertilizer is certified.
The second of the 4 R's is the right time. So which are the best times for a farmer to use fertilizer and how?
During planting, you plant with the fertilizer, and then during top dressing, depending on the variety, other plants take like 45 days, then you top dress.
Fertilizer needs to be applied during planting to help the crop to germinate well. A top dressing fertilizer is applied after planting at different times according to the type of crop. Now, the third R, the right rate. Francis,
Yes.
when you're applying fertilizer, how much do you use?
Just apply.
Just get fertilizer and just...
Yes.
Francis needs to use the right amount of fertilizer. Using too little will reduce his yield. Using too much will cost him more money, which is bad for business. And now for the final R, the right place. Where should the fertilizer be placed on a plant?
It depends which fertilizer it is. Organic fertilizer doesn't have a burning effect, doesn't have a scorching effect than the synthetic fertilizer, then it will burn your plants.
When planting, inorganic fertilizer must be first mixed with compost or manure. Then add some topsoil and place the seed on top. If you're using organic fertilizer, the seed can go straight on top. Francis's leafy vegetable crop needs top dressing. He's using organic fertilizer which can be placed directly on the plant. If you're using inorganic fertilizer, it must be placed 10 to 15 centimeters away so that it does not burn the crop.
Now we're teaming up with Robin and Agai from Naro to learn the art of composting. Get ready to uncover the secrets to healthy soil.
How have you been managing this dung?
What I do, I heap it here from my clay, then I take it in the garden.
Madam Robina, I can see you're smiling. Is it a good thing? Are we practicing the right thing?
Generally, it's not ideal.
Okay.
Because as you look at it, you heap it here. First of all, it's not hygienic. A lot of flies will be coming and gathering around here, which is not healthy to your home. At the same time, it is direct the sun that at times it evaporates and some of the nutrients evaporates away. Even at the same time, when it rains, water will just take all the nutrients, especially the nitrogen. And at the same time, when you take it as fresh as it is, you may take it with a lot of heat where it can end up burning your crops. We have the best way of doing this, and I think we can make a compost and try to decompose it in a pit, which is an ideal method.
So, Madam Robina, do you have a place that we can use, or you've observed that we can use?
Yes, yes. I think I can show you where and how we are going to do it.
Okay, you go with Daudi. Me, I'm going to get Joeria and Caris. We need manpower.
Okay. Joeria and I ran as fast as we could, but still found when the team had already begun.
These are different organic material which we are supposed to use. And as you look at them, they are all different colors.
Okay, yes.
We have this brown portion where we have dry matter. They provide us with a lot of carbon. When you go to those green ones, you will find that they give us more of nitrogen. You will see that in the material we have ash, there you will get some good calcium. But when you look at the other real manure, it will provide us with the phosphate, and at the same time, it will give us bacteria, which will break down the whole system, and we get a full compost type of manure. But before you set that compost, there are some critical issues you are supposed to know. The width, it is supposed to be 150 centimeter. When you go down, it is supposed to be between 45 to 30 centimeter. Now, as you can see, these are different materials.
Yes.
When we are laying them down, we lay them in layers. So we have to begin with this type. If you have maize stalks, the better.
Okay.
They will come at the bottom such that they can allow drainage. That is, excess water will be running through and going down.
Okay.
So from there, you go to the brown material. You see, we have this as brown. You can even use banana leaves as brown or tree
Dried
leaves.
Okay.
You put this layer of this brown, and on top of them you can put also wood shaving.
Oh.
Then you put it in a layer.
Okay.
After putting those in a layer, you use a watering can and you smear some water in it. Then we bring our manure.
Okay.
Then afterwards, you bring your ash, this ash.
Yes.
Then the last layer you are putting on top. Plants with the broad leaf, so long as it is green. So this one will provide nitrogen, which will enrich our compost. After sealing, you will get a long stick and you press it down. When you press it down, it will be a measure to see whether your pit has developed heat inside.
Oh.
Because when you pull it out, you will test it and you will see that it is warm. We have completed filling this one, but it doesn't mean that we are going to dig only one pit.
Dr. Nagai went on to say that a farmer needs 3 pits to make compost. So, Daudi after 3 weeks should move on to the second pit and transfer the contents from the first pit into it. Give it a good mix to aerate the compost. Continue this process, transferring the contents from the second pit to the third pit. Soon enough after the third pit, Daudi will have nutrient-rich compost ready to use on his farm.
Thank you very much, Dr. Robina. There's nothing that gives me joy like seeing a problem solved.
Remember that the benefits of fertilizer will only last for 1 or 2 seasons. So, it's good to add manure to your soil when planting, as this helps boost soil fertility and improve the quality and health of your soil over time, thereby reducing the need for fertilizer. Manure has a mix of nutrients which slowly enter the soil over time.
Join us next week as we visit more farms right here on Shamba Shape Up. Bye-bye. See you next week.